Okay, so the very first thing I want to cover in this guide is the best combo, both character and cart for this track. There's a good amount of options that I think are viable. World record will use Nabbit or also Toadette on the Mock Rocket. This combo, this combo actually specializes in road speed, but this is a water track, so the reason why they don't use, say, the Dolphin Dasher, which is good for water, is because you don't actually touch much water on this track if you're going fast. You'll see what I mean in a second. So the combo I use for my world record, for my PB I mean, is Baby Mario on the Rob Hog. Rob Hog and Mock Rocket have the same stats. Baby Mario is slightly lighter than Toadette and Nabbit. The 3 character classes I think you should use if you want the best chance of winning are the Biddybug class, which includes Baby Daisy, Baby Peach, and Swoop as well. The Goomba class and Spike class, which includes Goomba, Spike, and Baby Mario, as well as Baby Rosalina and Dry Bones and Fishbone and other stuff. Or the Nabbit class, which includes Nabbit, Toadette, Cheep I think, Lakitu, and Toad, and also Koopa Troopa. And obviously Mock Rocket or Rob Hog give you the best chance, but Baby Blooper is also not horrible. Baby Blooper isn't as good though. And you'll see why I need so much handling in a second. So firstly, I'm going to be covering the safe strats for this track. This track's still quite difficult even if you're doing safe stuff, so this is one of the best ones to practice. So to start here, you want to go off to the side, do that. That's pretty fast, and it avoids items at the start. Okay, you don't want to do that. And you can jump off here. Just charge jump on if you want. A lot easier. Also going to show the green shell cut on the bottom path. This is an absolute must learn just because it's so easy. You just charge jump up, do that. And it's quite a bit faster, very good for first place. And that's easy as well, and you can just jump off like that if you want. Good for laps 2 and 3 if you want to play it safe. And I will also showcase the Super Horn shortcut. Okay, don't do that if you want to play it safe. Yeah, this top path is good because it avoids shock users, and it's just safe in general. Okay, use the Super Horn right before the box is there, not like that, a little bit earlier. And you should have no problems with it. Fall down like that. Fine, it's a lot harder to get item boxes just because there's less lag for them. And again, just charge jump up here. I'll show how to actually do the Super Horn cut now. And this part of the guide is mainly for front running, like in first. So if you're just normally running or battling, I've still got a part of the guide for that. And I'll see you there. Okay, so I'm going to be covering some bagging strats in this section. So if you want to star at the start, you can just do that. Go up to the left path. I didn't get a star because I'm against CPUs. But if you're online, you're probably going to get a star. Just go up top to the left path and do that, and you'll get a star. Pretty much all the time. They might be star and bench at the mushrooms, but obviously depends on your distance relative to everyone else. And also, this is a must learn. That it's very easy, it saves time, it's safer. If you're on the glider and you have a mushroom, there's realistically no reason not to go for that. I'm just sort of running this. I'm actually gonna fall back intentionally for the sake of the video. And just showcase the bills. Okay, I've got my bill. What you want to do is go up to this top path like normal, but then right when you touch the ground, you just use the bill. And this takes you very far. Sometimes you can't get top path if it extends. But, oh yeah, bullet bill extending is just going way longer than it's supposed to because it can't drop you off, for example. And that does normally drop you off though. For dodge and shock, your best bet is normally last set lap 2 or 3. Being in the glider is obviously good even if you don't have a power item though. So I like to go second set with my dodges, especially lap 3. And if you have 2 dodge items, just save them both for lap 3. Okay, so now here's some more kind of risky strats for the ending shortcut. You might think that the only way to do it on the top path is, like on the glider path I mean, is by using a mushroom or a super horn or something. Because you obviously can't use a green shell or anything like that. But if you feather like that, then you actually just get up for free. Or it's not quite free, but it's very easy. And here's another trick, another strat that utilizes shake tricking. That was more of a shake hop. But both of those strats are very worth learning if you want to front run this track and be good at it. Because the glider path is just so good in first. And let's charge. Yeah, but if you don't want to shake trick, you can just like do that and start a charge jump right when you land on this little platform thing. You can make it up pretty much 100% of the time and go fast still. But if you want to go extra fast, you miss the trick here, and then shake trick. And then you can get that. Obviously even faster if you can get the trick off of the rail at the end. But yeah, very easy. And if there's people with like red shells or whatever on the bottom path, and you want to get to the top path and just not deal with them, use a feather like that and get up. There's a shroomless cut. It's a shroomless way to get the ending cut, but it's very difficult. I'm gonna put a guide in the best guide I can find in the description if you want to try that out, but I don't think it's really worth it because the only reason you're going for it is if you're in first and you don't have a super horn, green shell, or feather, and you're on the top half. Which is incredibly specific, of course. It can still happen though, so like I said, if you want the guide, it will be in the description. Not by me, because even I don't know how to do it. Like, I know how, but I'm not good at it. Alright, so here is my time. 2 minutes .133. About 6 seconds behind world record, which I'd say is alright for this track. Very difficult track, in my opinion, anyways. And let's just get straight into the replay. Okay, here I am. At the very start, I am charge jumping up onto this left path, charge jumping back onto the right. It's faster to do like a double water trick, but that's a lot harder. Don't do the mini turbo trick at the start. I drift a little bit wide there, that loses some time. Okay, here, I do this, and miss the trick intentionally, shake trick. That saves quite a bit of time over what I did before, which was just charge jumping up. And I mushroom off the glider onto the rail. You can do tons of tricks there, but it's not really fast. Okay, I missed the boost there as well, that was a bit of time. And now I do the mini turbo trick. That saves like 0.3, 0.4 because you don't touch any water over just tricking off that ramp normally. You can also charge jump off, I think, but that's a lot harder as well. And this same strat again, a little bit less tight, which is obviously slower, but overall it still saves time of the charge jumping by quite a bit. And I do this again. Again, no fancy tricks. Jump off at the end, and I actually get the boost there, which is a lot faster. You can see that lap was like 2 seconds faster, but it was like that. Mini turbo trick off again. Bit of a tighter line. And mainly the same stuff as the other laps. For a while I had like a 202 on this track. That was before I was even doing the charge jumps and stuff. Or I was doing a charge jump, but it wasn't that. The run itself wasn't that good. And I found that switching to Baby Mario made it a bit easier to do these tricks, but it's not a huge difference. In the lowest 3 weight classes, if you don't want the very best chance of winning, you could use pretty much your favorite character of all of those. I just used Baby Mario because he fit the vibe a little bit. And that's going to be all for this video. If you want to friend me in order to race this ghost, my friend code will be in the description, or also the pinned comment. I'll see how I feel. And I'll see you in the next video. Also, I'm going to be streaming my King Boo challenge in a few days, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you then.